Because these people are now saying that these these forex traders actually they don't even is not trending because they are ending their schemes behind the canding. So the people are doing canding and then they are doing what? They are saying they are doing forex. But what is canding? If you just ask me, you have heard like there's 24 banks that are going to be closing out. What is really happening? What is happening to this industry? Hey everyone, welcome to the episode number 2 of our podcast. In this now episode is going to be very interesting because we're going to be talking about I know you have heard about the speculation that there are 24 banks that are going to be closing out. You have heard about the country and connections to the forex trading. You know, you have seen so many people talking about the forex traders being scammers and saying that they are forex traders and then kumbi they are doing the canding. So we're going to be talking about that story. And in the last part of this episode, let's just talk about the scams that we normally find in the forex, in the crypto industry, in the binary trading. And maybe in the next episode, we'll be just differentiating between all those three parts, which is forex, binary, and all that. But that is in our maybe the episode number 3. Now, you have really heard that the banks are actually going to be closing out. You have heard like there's 24 banks that are going to be closing out. What is really happening? What is happening to this industry? Now, you see the law, there's a law that are actually being passed, okay? There's the law that has been proposed. It's not that it's actually been implemented, but it's just a law that has been proposed that these banks, what they actually have to do is to just raise their core capital, you see, to raise their core capital, all right? It's like, for example, when you go to the M-Pesa and you are required to have a certain float, okay? There's the money that is supposed to be there so that at least the bank can remain operational. So this is the core capital that is being this law. So this law suggests, because previously the core capital that was actually needed for these banks now to keep maintaining and keep going and maybe to be licensed and to keep operating, they were required to have at least 1 billion, right? 1 billion Kenya shillings, all right? 1 billion. And trust me, 1 billion is a lot of money, even as you can actually tell. 1 billion is a lot of money. But this now has actually changed what that this law says. This law says that these banks are now required to have this capital being increased from 1 billion Kenya shillings to 10 billion Kenya shillings, all right? And they are actually required to do this by 2027. That is crazy. That is crazy. This is 10 times. And there come a lot of comment about that 24 banks may not be able to do that. And that's why you can see there are many chances that these banks can close out because already the 1 billion is a lot maybe for the bank to raise and keep operating on that as the core capital. And when this is actually increased 10 times, I think it's going to be very hard for this bank maybe to keep operating. And that's why maybe these banks may end up now closing down. But remember, there are a lot of things that are making especially not only on the bank closing, but you have heard also about there is a problem, there is a shortage of the liquidity into the market. And this is absolutely true. So there are several things that are actually contributing to this. And let me just mention them so that maybe you can just follow this and know what is actually happening. So number one, the government cash flow. The government is actually experiencing the cash flow challenges. And one of the things that the government has actually been doing, the government of Sakaya, is that they have been doing the overdraft. Okay, they have been doing the overdraft. You see, the overdraft is when you go to the bank, instead of just getting just money, you just get excess of what you have. All right, and it has been creating a lot of debt, internal and also externally, and a lot of money is actually even going to the debt repayment. That's where you can see when you get money, you just repay. It's like, for example, when you receive your salary and you have a lot of debt, you get money, you give the creditors, and then disadvantage is that the money, the most of the debts are actually external, and that's why you can see the moment the money just comes into the government in terms of the taxes and all that, the money is actually paid out, and that's why we have all these things. And there's a speculation that emergency loan has already hit 91 billion Kenya shillings, and that is crazy. All right, remember, this is just emergency loan that actually accumulated the 91, and you see when it comes to this emergency loan, it does not have long-term repayment plans. You have to pay within the shortest times as possible, and that's why you can see the debt is actually rising so fast. And that's why you can see with this government experiencing a lot of problems and all that in the cash. That is why you can see now the civil servant are not getting good money. Their salaries are actually being delayed, and the government projects are not going on. So if the civil servants are not getting this money, if the civil servant, they are actually experiencing their payment, the problem of the payment. And that's why now you can see that we have now that problem coming in, because people don't have money. People are the ones that makes the money at least to move here and there. And that is one of the problems that we have. And recently we have seen the CBK, Central Bank of Kenya, doing what we call the interest rate increase, and that has actually increased the borrowing cost. And so many people actually don't, they are actually fearing to just go and borrow money from the bank. So are you really going to be borrowing the money from the bank if the interest rate is actually going up? And that is one of the problems that we are actually having here. So the flows of the money, the challenges are there, and we have the borrowing cost going up, and people cannot longer borrow money from the bank. Maybe you are planning to borrow and do something here, but you can't do that. So, and when the borrowing cost goes down, people borrow money, the money circulations is so fast, and things move so fast. So that is one of the things that have actually been happening: increase of interest rate, borrowing cost, and that's why you can see now we have the problem of liquidity in the money. People are actually even defaulting loans, because I think now people don't really have that money. People are not paying salaries and delaying, and a lot of things that are actually happening out there. And that's why these, and some people who are actually have that money, you see, there are some people who may be having money in this economy. So what they are doing is they are actually keeping their money. They are keeping their money because they know the economy is absolutely doing not doing good. But there's one thing that you actually have to know in the midst of all of this. There are some people, maybe, if you see, one thing that when there is low liquidity of the money, or when there is no liquidity of the money that is flow of the money is not happening, then it means that people are predicting that the economy is going to be either worse in coming days, and it's going to be not good, doing good. So that's when people maybe might be hiding some money, thinking that the economy will be in some days or in some months the economy is not going to be doing good, and that's why maybe they are hiding their money or maybe savings and doing all that. And that's why one of the things that can make now the flow of money and to be that way. Now, that is what has actually been happening. So many people think that the bank sector is just closing down. There is all that. I hope now I have been able to answer you in this. Let's just jump to number 2. But let me just know, what do you think? What do you think has actually been happening? If you have any other reason, you can leave it in the comment section. Let me just know, what do you think is actually been happening? What do you think is actually the predictions for the Kenyan economy? What do you think the economy is actually doing? Because since this government maybe came up with whatever policies they are doing, whatever they are doing, what do you think is actually has happened to our economy? Is the economy going to be gone, or maybe in the future we are going to be experiencing more problem? Just leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think. And there are a lot of things when we come to the country now and forex. We have seen these things on the Twitter and everywhere, people talking about the country. And one of the people that have faced a lot of criticism is actually the forex traders. So one of the canding, when people are saying I'm interested in canding, I want to do canding, one thing that you actually have to know about canding is that canding is just a scam. It's just a theft. It's just, you want to just become a scammer. It's not even a scammer, but a thief, right? So what it is, the canding is can just come from the one cant, all right? So you have seen this cant, the credit card, debit card, all those ones. So there are three details that you can actually get from the card. And when I give you my credit card number, this is the number, all right? There is expiring date, all right, on the card, and they CVV. So when you get these details from any card and someone has money, it means it's very possible to get money out of this person, all right? So what canding means is that these people are getting these numbers, either there is card number, there is expiring date, and the CVV. Because when you have that, when I give you my details, this is actually your personal details. When I give you these details, or maybe I just post these two details here, you can be able to get money out of my account. It's very possible. You can go and deposit to the other platform and then you just withdraw. So this is what these guys do. They get this account from dark webs or whatever. They just get them, you can just get canned anywhere. There's a lot of information. Maybe you can just go out there and maybe there's someone who is assisting you to get those canned. When you go to the can, maybe you're going to hotel, all right? When you go to hotel, there's someone who is going to be getting your information. You see, it's crazy when you just give someone to just scroll your can like that, all right? And that's one things I've actually been very, very careful about. You just give somebody just your account so that he can just swipe it, all right? What if he has this Miwani, or maybe he has some goals that's just recording everything that you are actually doing, all right? The moment he just maybe Spectacles has some cameras, all right, something like that, and then it's just recording. You just give him, he just does this, and the other side he sees the CVV and the other number, and you're done. And just very possible, and that's why so many more people, I think, they get scammed from that. And the moment you get those details, then you can sell them to the dark web, or you can buy those from there. And then what they do is that they make small purchases using those kind of details to see whether it works. And then when they get bulk of this, they just get a lot of many cans. Then what they do is now they use a bot or just check a robot, all right? So this robot will help them to get money out of those cans instantly, all right? To get money, there are a lot of cans. It's not just one can. There is a lot of them, and this board or robot is just helping them to get. So you can get a lot of money from a lot of cans, all right? And I think that is what normally they do out there, and that is what is called canding. But these people, it's just young people who want to make money, who want to get out of poverty. It's just young people who want really to get out of poverty, all right? And now you see, because when they get this money, it's not the money that you have done any work, you have not done any work, you have not done anything. It's the money that you just got from someone, you just stole from someone. So you end up buying vehicles and all that, because now this is a scam and really it is scam. So what you end up doing, because there's a trend of forex, and there is really no investigation to either some people are really doing forex or not. Then you just say, what are you doing? I do forex. And yes, you just end up to someone, maybe will show you the chart and something like that, so that he is going to cover the game that is playing with the forex. And that is what so many people are really doing. So they are covering whatever they are doing with the forex, and crypto being one of them, because this money they get from this canding and doing all this, what they normally do about that is that they can transfer money through crypto. And there are a lot of things that actually happens with the crypto, because in the crypto industry, you actually understand, maybe in the next episode, because we'll be differentiating between that forex and crypto, is that crypto you can actually transfer a lot of money. It's not regulated. It's not like the bank where you go and they ask you questions. You can transfer billions of money. You can transfer, you can withdraw, you can keep it there, the any amount of money that you actually want there, and there's no one is actually going to be tracking you, because that is the blockchain technology that is absolutely there. So there are a lot of things that they do, the crypto, because now their transactions are actually done. And when you ask them, they will say, just this is crypto, this is forex. And most of them, they actually say is absolutely crypto industry. And that's why you see there are a lot of things that are actually involved over here. Now, recently, there's someone who actually tested me and he wanted to convert. He said, he told me that, I'm in another country and there's a guy around Nairobi and I want to help him do what? Do convert. This someone, and the worst thing is this guy tested me on Telegram, of which one, that is one of the things that is a very big red flag. So Telegram is another tech web where a lot of scams, a lot of bad things normally happens on the Telegram. If you don't know that, now you know, right? So this guy tested me and told me that, I have a friend of mine around Nairobi, and this guy want to convert a lot of money. But first of all, I want us to convert just like $10,000 into local currency, and then we convert it to the crypto, right? Or he can just give you money and you just go and convert, and you can send me money through the crypto, all right? And then when he sends you the crypto, then what you're going to do, you're going to be getting a certain percentage. Remember, these deals sound so simple, but this deal can actually cost you a lot, because you really don't know what these people are doing. You don't know what these people are after. There are a lot of things that are actually you have to just question there, right? So if you have a person here in Kenya and this your guy here has the dollars, as you say, why is he not able to go to the bank and just convert if this money is legal? And when he just convert that, I can just show him online how to just do transactions, to deposit the crypto, and maybe send to you if it's something legal. That was my really, really concerning question that I had for this guy. Yeah, but he just disappeared. I don't know. But after just asking those questions, and I was really not interested, because you've seen about the Interpol, all right, how it has been chasing people here and there. So it's very, 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 very important for you to be cautious of what you'll be doing. So you have seen other people asking you, do you have like certain bank? Do you have this bank? We want to transfer $2,000, $200,000. Yeah, you think they have worked for that money, and it's just a money that is wanted to be transferred to either your account and all that. And trust me, the moment you be captured, you will not have any other excuse for that. And if you think that someone is going to be like be scammed like 20 million, let's say in Kenya shillings, do you think that person is just going to let it go? You have seen so many people, so young people being shot out there and being killed in a very questionable way, in a way that you can't tell, all right? And that's why you have actually to be very careful. When the deals become so good, you have to really be careful with that. And that's why it takes us to the last part, which is a scam. There are a lot of scams that have actually been happening in the industry. And that's why you see this is part of the scam that we are talking about the counting. And then you see they are actually just the wolf, and they're just wearing wearing the lamb skin, right? And it's crazy. They are clothed with wool, but inside there are something else. That is crazy. You see, there are scams, and this scams like from the counting to the crypto industry, and that's why there are a lot of scams. And I think the reason we have a lot of scams in the crypto industry is because so many people even don't really know what normally happened to this crypto industry, because crypto industry has a lot of things that you can actually come out there and so many people even don't understand more about the blockchain technology, and that's why so many people are being scammed out of money. I think one day we'll really talk about these scams, because when we will be discussing about binary forex trading and crypto industry, we'll be diving into how people are being scammed in this industry, because every industry, when you talk about the crypto, it has its own scams and scammers. All right. When talking about forex, it has its own way of how scammers have mastered that. When it comes to the forex, people have mastered how they are really scamming people out of that industry, and it is a very big industry with a lot of scams. Right. So all I just want you from you is just write me down. Let me just know how we are really going to be talking about this. If you have really been scammed, how this guy just scammed you. And are you really, because there are some people I normally receive questions and they're in the verge of being scammed. Maybe you can just leave a comment below. Let me just know what is really this guy saying before you just get scammed. Is this guy telling you to just come and invest money? Because there are a lot of things I have actually solved a lot of people problems, so many people being almost to be scammed a lot of money, and they actually realized that this guy was almost to just scam them, and that is really crazy. So with that, I think we can just end from there. Thank you so much for those who have been watching this. This has been the episode 2 of our podcast. I do want to welcome you to the next episode, where we'll be talking about the scams. We'll be talking differences between forex and crypto, and this is going to be so amazing. I'll see you in the next one. Make sure that you like this video, share, and also make sure that you comment. Let me know where you're watching us from as well. Bye bye.